Let me tell you about a trader I know. It's 2:17 p.m. The New York session is humming. He's been watching this one currency pair coil up for 3 days. He's got his level, the one he's drawn and redrawn 100 times. He gets his entry. Perfect. Clean. And then, the market does what it always does. It fakes. It shakes. It takes out his stop loss by 3 pips and then rockets to his target without him. Now, here's the moment. The moment that costs most people thousands. He doesn't slam the desk. He doesn't curse. He doesn't frantically jump back in. He just breathes. He leans back in his chair. He looks at that losing trade on his journal, and he gives this slow, almost imperceptible nod. He respects the loss. What did you just witness? You didn't see someone lose money. You saw someone pay a price. And until you understand the difference between those two things, between a random, painful loss and a deliberate, accepted cost, you will stay stuck. We're sold this lie that mastery is something you achieve, a summit you plant your flag on. Once I learn this system, once I back-test this strategy, let's bury that lie right now. Mastery isn't a trophy you win. It's a baseline you build, brick by brick, with a currency very few are willing to spend. The money you lose? That's just the receipt, the proof of purchase, the market's way of saying, transaction accepted. The real cost, the price of admission to that calm, not of respect mentality. That's what we're here to talk about. Welcome to Losing Trader Psychology. If you're here, you're probably tired of paying with your hope, your confidence, your hard-earned capital, and getting nothing but frustration in return. You're trying to buy your way to consistency with more information. I'm here to tell you the vault is locked with a different kind of lock. This video isn't about what you need to get. It's about what you need to give up. The journey from where you are to where you want to be isn't an addition problem. It's a subtraction. It's a stripping away. And the things you have to strip away are the very things your ego clings to for dear life. We're going to walk through the 4-part invoice for mastery. And I'll warn you now, most look at the total and quietly walk out of the store. So what does the losing trader believe? They believe mastery is an accumulation. It's additive. If I just get more screen time, more indicators, more news feeds, more mentorship from that guru on Twitter, then I'll have it. They treat their trading like a scavenger hunt, running from clue to clue, from strategy to strategy, convinced the next piece of information will be the one that makes it all click. They collect indicators like talismans. They hoard PDFs and courses like they're sacred texts. Their browser has 37 tabs open, all forums and economic calendars. They are endlessly, feverishly active in the pursuit. And this activity gives them the illusion of progress. I'm doing my research. I'm learning. And yes, you are. You're learning a million ways to see the market. And in doing so, you're learning nothing about the one thing that matters, yourself. The master trader's edge isn't in the 38th piece of information. It's in the ruthless application of the first 3. The losing trader is trying to build a skyscraper of knowledge. The master knows the foundation can only hold so much weight, and that foundation isn't made of knowledge at all. It's made of character, and character isn't built by adding. It's forged by letting go. This is the first, non-negotiable down payment, and it's the one that makes people quit. You have to murder your trading ego. Not manage it, not placate it, murder it. Your ego is the part of you that needs to be right. It's the part that took that trade because you had a hunch. It's the part that held a loser because the market has to turn around. My analysis was flawless. It's the part that brags about winners and hides losers. Your ego is the brilliant, desperate storyteller inside you that needs every trade to be a chapter in the epic tale of your financial genius. Here is the cold, hard truth the market operates on. The market does not care about your story. It doesn't care about your analysis, your degree, your winning streak, or your rent being due. It is a chaotic, probabilistic feedback loop. Your job is not to be the author of the market story. Your job is to be a disciplined reader, looking for a very specific, repetitive sentence in a book that is otherwise written in nonsense. Paying this price means you trade your plan, not your opinion. It means a good trade is no longer defined by whether it makes money. A good trade is one where you saw your setup, you took it according to your rules, and you managed it according to your rules. Full stop. The outcome is irrelevant to the quality of the trade. Can you feel how much your ego hates that? It wants the glory of the win. It can't stand the idea that a losing trade could be good. Every time you move a stop loss deeper, you're refusing to pay. Every time you skip a trade because you're not feeling it, you're refusing to pay. Every time you revenge trade, you're screaming at the market. My story is more important than your reality. And the market will bankrupt that attitude every single time. Ego death is trading the boring, mechanical truth over the thrilling, self-aggrandizing fiction. All right, let's say you've made the down payment. You've chained up your ego. Now the market sends you the monthly bill. And it's an invoice for patience and boredom. This is where people fall off. They can handle the idea of being disciplined, but they can't handle the soul-crushing, mind-numbing nothingness that real discipline requires. Let me be brutally clear. If you are a technical or price action trader, you will spend over 90% of your screen time doing nothing. Literally nothing. Watching, waiting, watching paint dry on a fractal level. Your edge isn't in your ability to trade. It's in your ability to not trade. It's in your ability to sit there day after day while the market throws confetti and noise and tempting little junk setup dances all over your screen, and you just wait for your signal. Not a signal, your signal, the one you defined in your rules back when you were calm and logical. The losing trader is an action junkie. They confuse activity with achievement. They have a deep, psychological fear of boredom. To them, boredom feels like laziness. It feels like they're missing out. So they trade to feel involved, to feel like they're in the game. They haven't bought the boredom package, and it shows. Their ledger is a messy diary of FOMO trades, just to see trades, and, well, it's close enough, trades. Mastery is the acceptance that you are not a performer. You are an assassin in a bell tower. You are not there to put on a show. You are there for one clean shot. And you might be up there for a week before the conditions are right. Can you pay that recurring fee of silence and stillness? Now, even if you're patient and egoless, the market has taxes. These aren't monthly. They're random, brutal, and they feel deeply, profoundly unfair. This is the tax of emotional resilience. You will do everything right. You will wait for days. You will take your pristine, rule-perfect setup. You will get the entry. And then, wham, some algo will fire off, or some headline will hit, and the market will rip through your stop loss and then go straight to your target. You will have a week where you take 5 flawless trades and lose on all 5. This is not a failure of your strategy. This is the strategy tax. This is where the real internal architecture is tested. The losing trader interprets this tax as proof they are broken. My strategy doesn't work. The market is rigged. They abandon ship right before the statistical tide turns in their favor. They go searching, yet again, for the holy grail that has no losing streaks, the one that doesn't exist. The master trader? They feel it. Oh, they feel it. The frustration, the doubt, the little voice that says, "See? You idiot." The difference is, they don't let it change the next decision. They've prepaid this tax in their psychology. They know it's part of the cost of doing business. They treat their emotional state like bad weather, something to be acknowledged, maybe even complained about for a minute, but not something that changes your destination. You put on your coat, your rules, and you keep driving. You don't get to rage quit. You don't get to size up to make it back. Evade this emotional tax. Try to cheat the system, and you will get audited. And the market's audit is a massive, account-blowing loss. We've come to the final line item, the deepest cost. This is about who you are. You must stop being a person who trades, and you must become a trader. Let me explain the chasm between those two. A person who trades does it when the muse strikes. They trade if they had a good night's sleep. If they had a fight with their spouse, they don't trade. If they're up for the month, they might get reckless. If they're down, they go into a shell. Their trading is a reflection of their daily emotional weather. It's a hobby with a brokerage account. A trader has a system that operates independently of their internal state. A trader sits down at the screen the way a surgeon scrubs in. The mood is irrelevant. The outside world is locked out. There is a function to perform. It is a profession. It is a practice. This means when you're a trader, you don't feel like waiting, but you wait. You don't feel like taking that loss, but you take it. You don't feel like reviewing your boring journal, but you review it. Because it's not about feeling. It's about function. It's about identity. You are executing the actions of your identity, not following the whims of your mood. Paying this price means trading is no longer something you do. It's a core part of something you are. And that fundamental shift, from hobbyist to professional in your soul, is what allows all the other costs to be paid without constant internal warfare. So let's total up the invoice, shall we? The price for mastery is not in dollars and cents. It's paid in your ego, your need to be the brilliant hero of the story, your need for excitement, your addiction to action, and your fear of boredom, your unprocessed emotions, your tendency to let frustration and fear dictate your next move, your casual identity, your view of this as a side hustle or a gamble instead of a professional practice. The market is a mirror. It doesn't want your money first. It wants your weakness, your impatience, your pride, your need for narrative. Give it those, and it will gladly take your money as a natural consequence. But give it your discipline. Give it your patience. Give it your emotional sobriety and your professional identity. Give it those, and over time, it will have no choice. It will have to pay you, not in a straight line, not without taxes, but it will pay. Mastery is the fairest bargain there is, but you must pay the correct price. If this resonated with you, if it stung a little, then you're ready to start the real work. Hit that like button. It tells the algorithm this isn't just another get-rich-quick video, but real psychology for traders who are done lying to themselves. Subscribe to Losing Traders Psychology. We go deeper every week. I want you to answer this in the comments below. Be honest with yourself. Which line item on that invoice is the hardest for you to pay right now? Is it the ego death, the boredom, or the emotional tax? Naming it is the first step to paying it. Thanks for your time. Until next time, remember, master the psychology and the profits will follow.